genetics, DNA. How at 6 would I automatically know, like, blame it on black people back in the 60s?
So wait, did you lose your channel, or are you just on suspension?
No, I'm suspended from live broadcasting for a week.
I got the whole catalog permanently suspended.
Yes, because I talked about guns and I showed a gun on a live stream, which I will not do. But yeah, I showed one. Apparently, you could show a recording of you holding a gun, but you can't live stream yourself holding a gun. And they took me off for a week.
Because they think that you'll use it on your person.
They probably are a little leery about that. You might shoot someone or shoot yourself. So, they change the rules all the time. It's a week. It kind of was a good excuse for me to figure out Rumble and get that up and running. So whatever, it doesn't matter to me. I got like my show. All the streams are kind of fun, and I don't do them on a regular basis. So it's not like, you're killing me or anything. But yeah, it was kind of a typical YouTube scummy move.
Yeah, they're weird. I mean, listen, it's weird because there's no set rules. And I've said before, I don't have guns and stuff, but the guns are protected in the Second Amendment. So the fact that you can't put it on a fucking stream is insane, because I mean, we had a guy, Mr. Kill Everything. He was on my show one time, and they said he was waving a gun at one point, and I didn't get in any trouble because it was Saturday night late, and so I don't really know. I didn't really recognize him doing that, but people were like, you better take the show down, blah blah blah. But then Chad, your pal Chad, just lost his Patreon completely without warning. They just wiped him off the fucking face of the earth, which is insane that they just take your channel away with no warning.
They must have something in the terms of service that says you must have some talent whatsoever.
That's why whenever somebody makes a joke, we say he picked up a pen, because that idiot Ray DeVito, he's always telling everybody to pick up a pen. Yeah, but the fact that they don't warn you, or they don't say, and then the thing with all these terms of services, they make it so vague that they can take down anybody's channel at any fucking time.
That's the whole object of it. They want to be able to do that if they don't like something, but they don't really have a reason to take it down. Now they just have a blanket thing. They could take it down, and there's no one to get in touch with. Like, you can't write to the guy and say, hey, could we really look into this? And maybe you guys made a mistake. There's no accountability by them. So you're just kind of fucked.
Yeah, that's what they have a sweet deal. Like, you can't complain to anybody. Whenever I complain to YouTube about, sometimes I'll go to the help section, and I'll be like, hey, you guys are robbing me blind with super chat money. And then, I'll get the same answer. And then I'll ask them the same question. Are you a real person? Because I would at least know if they're a real person that I'm talking to in a chat. So you start to go crazy. Like, every time I go to Target or one of these stores where they have like a customer service, like a return section, you envy that for that you can actually talk to someone face to face, even
though they're usually retarded. But
even if they say no, at least you have your say.
Yeah, it's all AI now. Like, everything is AI. You talk to or chat with a platform like YouTube or Patreon or something. You're not talking to a real person. It's an algorithm. It's just some thing that answers you back and keeps the conversation going until you just get tired of it and stop.
Right, because you don't get any satisfactory answers, because they just give you like some. Even when they give you an answer, they'll send you like a link, and then they'll say, "Are you satisfied with this?" And you're like, "No fucking way,"
I'm not. But what are you going to do about it?
But then you get some other fucking some other bot who's higher up on the bot scale and senior bot. I mean, it's insane. Anyway, I don't like Shuli, and your girlfriend doesn't either. So we stand together.
Oh, because of the Jewish angle. Yeah.
Is that a character she's working on, or she really doesn't like Jews?
I don't think so. Last night we were all in a group playing Call of Duty, and Missy was trying to get Shuli in a boxcar. It's not even part of the game. She wanted him not playing the game and shipped off to some thing.
Good for her.
Yeah. No, she has a problem with Israel, not Jews per se. You know, Shuli's a good guy.
Me and Missy see eye to eye. I have a problem with Israel too.
Yeah. You know, half the country does.
Should Israel be telling us how to run our international foreign policies?
No, but apparently they do.
Telling us what to do. It's like, no. We're way bigger than Israel. We should be telling them to shut their fucking mouth. Like,
I like it.
Fact, it's just common sense. We're a way bigger country. We're way more powerful.
Yes.
Way more wealthy. They're basically at our mercy, and somehow Netanyahu is telling us what to fucking do. And all these politicians jump whenever they say jump because they're all afraid of all the Spielbergs that might not put money in their coffers. It's disgusting.
You're based, dude. Holy shit.
But I think it's disgusting. Like Netanyahu, that fucking piece of shit. I could lose my channel right now for saying that.
You probably could. They don't like that.
It's a service.
That's why I'm still like, you know, coming from the world of broadcasting for so many years, I've been from that school of thought where you don't say anything bad about them because, you know, allegedly they run the entertainment business.
Well, they definitely run Sirius satellite radio. Stern's Stern. We all know how Howard Stern is, and then I'm sure all the bosses were.
They all were.
Yeah. So
the guy that's fired me by email, he's got like a Jewish last name.
Yeah, it's a Jew move to fire you by email.
It was a Jew move, as you so eloquently put it there, Kevin.
And we have a working title as well.
To a transgender woman.
And Gavin thinks some people, these people suffer from mental illness. What's your take? What say you?
Yeah. I think that, and I've said this before, Jimmy even had this his wife as a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever the fuck. I think that the vast majority of transgender, especially these men that think they're women, I think the vast majority are mental patients, mentally ill. We shouldn't even give them any mind. They should be in institutions. But there is probably a very, very small percentage.
And luckily Nikki is in that small percentage.
I guess, look, if you're kind of passable, if you come off, you're dainty like a girl. Like if you put a dress on and just started saying, I'm now Kathy.
I'm
Kathy Brennan. I'm Kathy Brennan, fucker. Like people would go, that man's a mental pit. They kind of say that now, even without the dress.
Without the wig.
Yeah, a nice wig, sure. But you wouldn't pass. You would come off as a nut. There's a certain thing that I think there are people that, and I think it is a mental issue, but it's different than the nut job mental issue that a lot of these fucking men that put on a dress and say they're women are going through.
And they want to get into swim meets and stuff.
Yeah, shit like that. Gavin, I think Gavin thinks all transgender people are mental patients. And, I don't think I'm far off from thinking the same thing, but I think there are these very, very few anomalies like, a unicorn or something. I honestly, there are times I'll sit and go, where did this all come from? And I think back, I think my dad had a lot to do with it. My dad used to say some pretty bad things about African Americans. That was when they were called Afro Americans, I think. But and then I remember being like 6 years old, and my brother was about 7, and we set a hill in our development on fire where there was a horse stable and stuff, and we set it on fire, and the fire department showed up, and we're standing there, and a fireman was picking me up because I was 6. And he goes, did you see who did this? 6 years old. I said, yeah, it was Negroes. Negroes did it. So, dude, genetics, DNA, how at 6 would I automatically know, like, blame it on black people back in the 60s?
And you've been doing it for the next 50 years.
And I made a career out of it. I've ruined a career over it.
Black people did it.
Yeah, it just was, black people did it at 6 years old. So I don't know. Maybe my dad was just going around the house since I was born, just saying, oh, these black people. Not
did
using
they
that.
Laugh when they found out what you said? Did your brother and your dad laugh when you told them, or were they there?
No, they weren't. My brother was there, and I don't even know if he backed up my story. At 7, he's looking at me going, geez, what a piece of shit my younger brother is.
And this is what they're trying to help black people, right? The 60s and 70s.
Oh, it was big. Yeah. But who knows, in that neighborhood, I might have been responsible for the death of a black person. I'm sure, Elwood in Northport, Long Island, probably found a black guy and took care of business.
Robin, what does you call a black rocket scientist?
I don't know, Ted.
Whoopie roaded. I want you to give us a kiss, you smelly coghead coon. I love you.
May I say something here?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can say whatever you want, you smelly. Whoopi wrote that. Whoopi done wrote everything I'm going to say here tonight, so it's all right. Ain't that right, you smelly?